Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. Hey avoidants, you guys drive us crazy. And I mean that in the best, most possible way. I think you guys are cute, I think you're funny, and I think you're feisty. So, all that said, let's get to it. Okay, people who have dealt with and are dealing with avoidance, there's something you need to know about you. If this song is not an avoidance song, I don't know what is. Okay, the volume's going to go down in about 3 seconds. So the question is, what is it about... Okay, so I've had a question, nobody has really answered this yet. Nobody's really, and I think I have the answer to it, but the question I've been asking all these other people on their channels, avoidant channels, like, so what is the deal? Like, why is it that we fall in love with avoidance so powerfully? Like what is it? Is it like magic, you know? Because I actually thought she must have done some kind of spell, or Cupid, you know, shot me in the heart, because there was just like, what is this? Because this was before any of the hot and cold stuff. It was right off the bat. Like, for me, it was really early. And here's the thing. I haven't fell in love with someone for a long, long time. I mean, well over a decade. So in that sense, I really don't have an answer for the initial part. But for people who long term, it's the push-pull dynamic. It causes... What's the word I'm looking for? It causes a quick rush. The chemical is dopamine. So one thing that avoidants do to you, and narcissists do it, but I think narcissists, it's different. I don't know how to explain it. But anyways, with avoidance, there's this dopamine rush you get when they do that push and pull. In fact, pretty much anyone that does this causes this within you. Now, I think for people who purposely do this, they're doing something that's really not good. It's because it causes an addiction, which is a false love or a false light. Okay, real quick, the name of the song is Holding Shadows by Sammy. That is her YouTube channel name, Sammy, S.A.M.I, but no period after the I. I will put her information and link to this song in the description. Oh, and by the way, I always do it at the end. Guys, you are more than welcome to leave a donation. I normally only say that at the very end of videos. I notice a lot of people don't get to the very end. So I do have a PayPal link. You can leave a donation. And I also, in the 3 little dots, you click on that. It has a little drop down, the bottom right hand corner of the video. And there's a little heart with a $sign in it. It's a thank you heart. So if you want to say thank you and donate some money, I would really appreciate it. So if my videos have helped you, if some video in the last 4 or 5 videos have helped you or something, gave you an aha moment, go ahead and pay it back. You know, pay it forward, or however you want to say it, okay? Okay, let's get right to it. So this should be a short video. Okay, so a lot of you do not want to hear this, and a lot of you do not want to admit this. I know, because I was, past tense, was there. The reason why, how do I say this? Okay, the reason why, man, I'm going to have to spit this out in 10 different ways. Maybe not 10 different, but 2 or 3 different ways. The reason why you are so addicted to the avoidant, the reason why you are so hurt and so sad, and you have that thing in your heart or your solar plexus or belly, or maybe both, like it stings or it hurts, is because there's something in you that you need to heal. There's something that got triggered in this push-pull dynamic, and also especially if they ghost you. I'm going to be really honest. If you would have came up to me even probably 72 hours ago and said this to me, I would have been kind of pissed. Like, no, not me. I've done a lot of energy healing, and I've done a ton of healing. But when it cleared in the last 48 hours, I was like, oh wow, I did have something to heal. One thing I do is I'll do very intense levels of energy healing on myself. And every now and then when I'm so caught up, I will go to someone who I rely on, someone that's helped me over the years. Okay, so this has, like if you've done energy healing with me, you will feel an emotional, physical, actually, it's for some people, they're like, it's almost like light, warm water moving through my entire body. Everyone, there's some kind of physical feeling, like you'll feel it. Now, I've done a lot of healing work with people from cancer, and I'm talking about people who the doctors just completely wrote them off, said, hey, there's nothing else we can do. It's been a year and a half, 2 years, blah, blah, blah. The chemo's not working. This isn't working. I've saved 2 people that were literally on their deathbed where the doctor was like, there's nothing else we can do. Now, you guys, if you remember Sheena, I've done some healing work on her woman parts where she couldn't, like the woman with Jesus in the Bible, where she didn't bleed for, I don't know how long it was. I think she couldn't stop bleeding, whereas Sheena couldn't have her womanly monthly experience. And I think it was like 4 or 5 months. She'd gone to doctors. They were giving her like pills. Nothing was working. Just did one energy healing session. Boom, it cleared. And then it came back again. We did another one, cleared. Then we did a third one, and it's been good ever since. And I think it's been about a year or more since she hasn't had a problem with it. So here's the deal. The energy healing I do brings up emotions. It brings up issues. It brings up things that get triggered on a daily or every other day basis. Now, going through life like that is a struggle. And here's the thing. You can heal these things. Now, energy healing helps you to clear stuff faster. It's more direct to the point, yet it's kind of vague and ambiguous still. But instead of healing something in 20 or 30 or 40 years, you can heal something in 3 or 4 weeks or 3 or 4 months. So the more you heal, the more you integrate, the more powerful you feel, the more confident you feel, the more comfortable you feel, the more life just kind of starts to become easier and easier and easier. So I did a really, really, really deep healing session on me about, I think it was 10, 14 days ago, maybe a little bit more. It felt amazing, but then the stuff starts to come up about 5+ days later. And then you kind of get caught up in your emotions, and they're amplified because it's fully coming up, okay? Or a big chunk of it starts to come up. Now, there might be another chunk down the road, a month or 2 months later to clear, but you start clearing this in layers. So a lot of it comes up at once, and you really experience it, okay? So my feisty little avoidant, she triggered something in me, and it was actually more than one thing. And it began to bubble up. And the last 6 months for me have been a very painful experience. So if you guys have noticed this video, the last video and the video before that, my voice is different. I mean, there's a clarity, because before that I could feel it in my heart, in my chest. There was a tightness, there was a hesitation, there was an uncertainty. Because it was coming up full steam. Now I thought I was past all this stuff when dealing with this, right? And apparently I wasn't, and I didn't really want to admit it yet. I did some healing work, worked really good, but then I kind of pulled away, I kind of pushed it down, and it was really this back and forth kind of experience for me because I was kind of tired, like I don't want to deal with this, I don't want to do this, but it's going to come up whether you like it or not. So here's essentially what happened with me. I'm going to give you the shortened version. So essentially here I am, this very like comfortable in my emotions and my feelings. And that's one of the things that avoidants are terrified of. In fact, an avoidant who has a really successful channel, her name is let me pull it up. Her name is Thais Gibson, Thais Gibson. So one of the things I realize is the thing in me, I teach people how to be emotionally grounded, to connect with themselves, where an avoidant is trying to push themselves away. They're trying to push their emotions away. So when they get with someone like me, it brings them back into their own emotions. See, they're not running away from you. They're not rejecting you. They're pushing away their emotions. They're running away from themselves. They're running away from their emotions. So when they get with someone who's deeply involved and connected and comfortable in their emotions, it triggers them to run. It triggers their issues. Now, when they ran, it triggered my issue. And that's what triggers a lot of your issues. So a lot of you guys, you have abandonment wounds, you have abandonment issues, you've got insecurity issues, you have attachment issues, it's all kinds of stuff. For me, it was, I don't know if I have a label for it, but it was, I always thought I was doing something wrong. I was raised in a narcissistic family. Every girlfriend I had was a narcissist. And it was like, I remember one day I was probably 19, 20, 21 years old. And I remember just, I kind of yelled out like, no matter what I do, it's wrong. No matter what I do right, it's still wrong. Even if I don't do nothing, it's still wrong. It's like on one level, I saw the bullshit in it, but I couldn't get it out because it was like it never stopped. Until I realized like, oh, this is what narcissists do. They make you feel like you're just wrong. See, the goal is to get you to feel like you're just wrong. And once they have that in there, no matter what you do for the rest of your life, you're going to feel like, oh, well, I did that wrong and this was wrong and that was bad, even if it wasn't bad at all. Because you see everything through the filter of I'm wrong, I'm bad, everything I do is wrong. Now, you've got to understand, I have deeply, deeply worked on this issue. And when it came out in different chunks of it, because it's like onions, like layers of an onion until you get to the core. I really thought it was gone completely. Turns out it wasn't. So what did I do now? Mind you, I didn't know anything about avoidance at all. I watched 2 videos 5 years ago and I had no idea what the hell he was talking about. So I was like, whatever, and I moved on. So here's what it was. I did everything wrong. I spun. Okay, so here's the number one thing I did. I overthought. What's the word? Overthinking. Like, well, I said this. Did that upset her? Did she misunderstand me? Well, it could be this. You know what? This is what happened. I noticed she did that when I said that. So I started to overthink something that I just don't do. Now, the next thing they tell you is their avoidants are looking for someone who has a secure attachment, which at this point I thought I had because I live alone. I've been alone for many, many years. I've spent a lot of time alone. I feel very comfortable with myself going out in public, going to dinner, shopping. It doesn't matter. But this triggered that little fine thing that was on the, it's like the deep, deep gulch at the bottom. And yet it was affecting my business. It was affecting my security. And should I do this? Should I do that? I don't know. What do you think? Like that kind of thing, right? Maybe not as extreme as it was, say, 5, 10, 15 years ago. But it was still there. It was like an irritant, like a pebble that was in your shoe that was underneath your heel that was bothering you. And yeah, it wasn't like some big like knife wound. But the damn thing was irritating. Here's the deal. A lot of you guys, and I'm talking from my own experiences, you will have things completely screwing up your life, causing doubt, causing second guessing, causing overthinking, causing emotions, guilt, shame, fear, and you just live with it because you think, well, this is just the way it is. It doesn't have to be. A lot of times you don't even know it's there. In fact, I didn't think it was there. And I didn't realize how much it was affecting me and holding me back from being successful and moving forward in my business. Here's the worst part. I didn't even realize how much it was affecting me until I finally cleared it in the last 48 hours. So here's how I noticed it. I was just casually, out of habit listening to an avoidant video came up. Now, I stopped watching avoidant videos just over a month ago. I was like, oh, I'm done. I'm so done with this. And this title came up. I'm like, wow, I really like that. But it was kind of like a 20, maybe 25-minute video. I was like, oh, I don't want to watch that. But I turned it on. I started going through my mail, blah, blah, blah. And I was hearing it in the back of my mind. And I was like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. Man, that's exactly what happened. Wow, that's exactly what they did. I mean, it was just crystal clear all of a sudden. And yet I'm like, wow. I mean, but all these other videos have said this to me for 5 months. Like I don't understand. And so I rewound it. I went back and I replayed it. And I thought, well, maybe it's just their teaching style or the way they're putting the pieces together. No, it was just the same old. And I just heard it for the first time. Like I heard it. I even made videos about it. But man, this was the first time when it was like, that's exactly what happened. And then I listened to the next one. It's like, man, like everything was making sense on a level that you can't even imagine. It was like there was no filter. It was like I was just hearing it with purity for the first time. And it dawned on me like, oh, I kept reverting to my issue, my trigger. And my trigger is, what did I do wrong? Remember what I said earlier about how narcissists make you feel like no matter what you do, you're just wrong, no matter what you do. So you filter everything through that. So every time I was listening to this stuff, it was almost like I heard it, I understood it logically, but I didn't get it on a deep level because the filter changed it. It changed it from, hey man, avoidants have issues. This is how they deal with stuff. It's not comfortable. It sucks. It's painful. They avoid it. They run away. Blah blah blah. But then my filter goes, but what did I do? It's like, what did I do wrong? And I was overanalyzing things for the first time. I haven't overanalyzed like that in probably a decade or longer. I just don't analyze like that. I don't overthink is what I'm saying. I just don't do that anymore. Now here's the deal. I logically knew this was their issue. I get it. I also know the next person they run into, unless they've healed in the last 6 months, guess what? They're going to go through the same exact thing. It has nothing to do with me. Has nothing to do with the next person. But my filter of it must be me, what did I do wrong, kicked in. Okay, so here's the really cool thing. At first I didn't quite get what had happened, the healing part. I was like, man, I really understand. There's this level of clarity. And I thought it was just for avoidant videos. But then I started reading an NLP book. Like, I've read this book 5 times. I've never understood that before. And then I went online and I started reading something. I go, okay, that's interesting. I've read that 10 times. And why am I understanding? I'm like, I'm finally clearing that self-questioning, that well, I must be wrong. I must misunderstand this. Maybe that's not what they mean. Like this it's not even overthinking. It's really the filter of, I must be wrong. I must be understanding this wrong. So I realize now from this point forward, everything I learn, everything I read, everything I study, my experiences with people are going to be so much easier, so much clearer. And you know what it is? I have a secure attachment style now. It wasn't like, it just happened in 40. No, this has been a long time coming. A shifting, a healing, and now I'm there. So here's the deal. If you are still... Let me see if I can pull up... someone made a post on one of those videos. Let's see if I can find it. Because the minute I read that post, I'm like, oh, that guy has something getting triggered. And instead of going, what's going on inside me? He's blaming the avoidant. Oh, screw it. I'm going for it. I was going to cut this off. I'm doing it. So it says, I absolutely felt like if I shared too much, it would be used against me in some way. That's their issue. That has nothing to do with the avoidant. The avoidance behavior just triggers this, okay? But this comes out with people that aren't avoidants at all. It comes out probably almost every day with this person when dealing with people. Even watching TV shows or movies, your brain goes, yeah, that's what's going on. They're going to use that against that guy because that's their issue, okay? This one says there's no emotional intimacy with them, and I found that I could not make a deep connection sorry, the English is bad. A deep connection as a result. It made it so I was just going through the motions, and the relationship not only did not progress, it regressed as she was. Now I'm stopping here going, then if you know that, why didn't you just leave? Why didn't you just find a healthier partner? See, my point is, I'm not blaming this person, but we are expressing our emotions and issues and triggers all the time, not realizing, like, wait a minute, this is my emotion. This is my trigger. This is your issue. Do you want to know why you actually stay? Is because you're literally re-triggering this until you get to the point where you become very, very consciously aware of what it is, and then it heals. See, here's the thing. Like, we'll re-trigger stuff over and over and over. Like, and you'll be in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 30 relationships, 30 friendships, 30 close friendships, 30 bosses, 30 coworkers, until one day you're like, man, why does this keep happening to me? And then you're like, oh, this is an issue I have. This is the way I'm looking at things when people do this, this, or that. My filter makes it look like this. And you start to realize, like, oh, this is just a belief, or this is just a filter, or this is the way I was raised, or this is whatever. When you get to that core piece, it dissolves. Suddenly it's revealed, and it's like, oh shit, game's up, they got me. And then it's over. This is one form of deep healing, emotional healing. And once you do this, the energy from that part integrates back into you and becomes oneness, not a separate energy, not a separate part. Now it's like sugar dissolving in water. It becomes one with it. And now you just got a little bit more of your power back. This is the work I do with people. Pretty cool, huh? Now, when my next issue comes up and I'm in complete and total egotistical denial, try not to be too harsh on me. Here's the funny thing though, if you call someone on their shit and really call them on it, it'll help them to clear it. It's harsh, it's mean. They may never talk to you again, but it'll help them in the long run. I know it sounds so fucked up, but it's the way it works. You know what's funny? Narcissists trigger people's issues by being extremely mean. Avoidants do it by being almost extremely avoidant and almost like they have this beautiful light inside them, but they run away. Whereas empaths, we tend to walk right into it. We tend to see things for the way they are, and by doing that, it forces avoidants and narcissists to see their stuff, and they don't like that. But yet, on some level, it helps them to heal. Maybe they don't heal as fast as other people, but maybe it'll take lifetimes, but they'll start to heal. And then you've got empaths who essentially we absorb other people's issues and we believe it's our shit. Like, okay, look at what I just said about the thing I cleared. It was like, what did I do wrong here? What did I do? Knowing all this stuff about avoidance, like, well, when they open up emotionally and they get intimate, they run. they ghost. They avoid. It's in the name, avoidant. And yet for months I'm like, what did I do wrong? The stupidity. The stupidity of it all. Alright, that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something, and I hope it helped you to look in the mirror at yourself and your stuff. Have some fun with this stuff, guys. Enjoy the learning, enjoy the healing. God bless you guys. Please go ahead and make a donation if you want to. There's a PayPal link, and also on that lower right corner of the YouTube video, there's three dots. Click it. It'll be a couple drop down. It'll be the third one, I think, is the heart. Click on it. You can make a donation. Otherwise, you can buy one of my elite dating relationship coaching books for men and women. And remember, click subscribe, click the like button, go ahead and make a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.